Book by Ari Rastegar. He's here with us now in studio to talk all kinds of stuff, including biohacking, which is really hot right now, where you make incremental changes to your diet, health, and fitness to reap the rewards of health and longevity. So great to be joined by Ari. All kinds of good stuff to share with us today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So I want to start with some of your accolades. I want to brag about you a little bit, doing some research, and found out you were the Oracle of Austin by Forbes, and your real estate profile, pretty impressive. What can you share with our audience?
Well, I can tell you that all the things that you want to accomplish in life, you can't do if you don't have energy.
Great point.
And being an entrepreneur, being a dad, you find out pretty quickly that your ambitions don't line up with feeling groggy in the morning. So finding biohacking was definitely a necessity, I think.
So true, so true. And I've looked into biohacking somewhat. It's a fascinating field. I want to get your tips. And off air, we were discussing your father of three. So I know you have to have energy, not only for your business, but for your family as well. What are some if someone says, you know what, I don't know anything about biohacking, I want to learn more, where do they start?
Sure.
What are some principles?
Well, I mean, biohacking is a big term that's kind of been thrown around a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's about utilizing technology to increase your well-being. And it can be from, fancy red lights to hydrogen water and all sorts of stuff. But at the end of the day, health and wellness has some principles, and it's how you move your body vigorously, hopefully, eating whole foods, and also having a certain sense of mental clarity, because you're not just a bag of bones here. Like you're living a full life. So treating your mental, your physical, and maybe your spiritual is the way that you kind of live a full life.
Absolutely. So you start with the physical, with biohacking, so you can live all those other components to their fullest. One thing I read about you that I love to read is that you said you have the energy, or a doctor even said you have the energy of a 5-year-old child. So I'm wondering, would I like that around my house? Because you could help with the kids. I've got 2 young girls. Or would I be like, tone it down, your energy is too much? But ultimately, it's a good thing.
Yeah, well, again, as I said, energy is the foundation of life, and I think really being in a place where you have the energy to fulfill your dreams, maybe in the business world or in work, but at the end of the day, you're living a life about your family and your friends, and that's where your fulfillment comes, because success and fulfillment aren't the same thing. There's a lot of people that have achieved so many things and are miserable.
True.
And my goal was to say, can I actually live a life that is fulfilled and have meaningful relationships, have meaningful connections, and all of that starts, again, it ends with the amount of energy you have, and you don't want to, utilize those end hours when you maybe have at the end of the day and you're giving your least important energy moments with your children. You want to be able to have those best moments, and I think where this all comes. So it's about enabling yourself to be able to live a full 3-dimensional life.
Fantastic. Ari, what are we going to learn in The Gift of Failure? Because you've got some great advice in your book.
Well, you're going to learn about a lot of soul-crushing failures, and to me, I've come to kind of redefine what failure means. And to me, failure is learning how to win. And that's really what it's about, is kind of excavating these incredibly embarrassing moments and seeing if we can look back through that lens and find some lessons and principles that can apply to all of our lives.
Right, it sounds like some humility and just moving forward with success. I love it, Ari, and we shared your information where folks can find the book and all about you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.